How big a blow, Shebahn, was that for Ole and his team?
Oh, good morning, Ed. Good morning, Rob. Morning, Kyle. It's just one of those. It feels like it's becoming a recurring theme at the moment. Lack of consistency and just not knowing what's important at the moment. I mean, it has to be trophies, it has to be silverware for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and it just doesn't feel like losing last night was good on any level. You know, obviously it's not good to lose, but you know what is important anymore? Is it going for trophies? Getting knocked out by West Ham last night, especially after what we should have learned on the weekend, is just not on. And I think there's a number of fans who are looking and going, well, it doesn't matter. You know, this competition doesn't matter. But for Ole, winning everything at this point in time should matter, and that doesn't seem to be coming through at all.
Yeah, Carl, just to pick up on what Shebahn said there in terms of what matters and what's important. And I listened on the radio on the way home from a game last night, fans saying, oh, well, it doesn't matter because we've got the Premier League. That's not the approach that Manchester City take, is it? Because Manchester City have always feel that they've got bigger fish to fry, but still year after year, almost perennially, they win the League Cup at the start of it.
Yeah, and we've seen that every single year, obviously 4 times in a row. And Manchester City, even with a changed squad the night before last, they had lots of academy players. They still went out there and got the job done. I think for Manchester United, for Liverpool, maybe for Chelsea as well, they do have other competitions that they want to do well in. But when you look at Manchester City, it's all 4 competitions that they want to compete in. And last night, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was asked the question after the defeat, saying, well, 3 trophies you're still competing in. Does that make it easier for you? And he said, no, actually, I want to be competing in them all. And I think for Manchester United fans, they will be licking their wounds this morning a little bit. Some of them will have their egos dented, bruised pride as well. And they'll be looking at it saying, well, we didn't want the League Cup anyway. They want silverware. Let's be completely honest. They want to progress. Over the last few years, they have done well in the Premier League. They've reached in 3rd, then 2nd last year. Their progression is what they want. They want to win Premier Leagues, but also they want to win the Champions League. They want to win the FA Cup. They want to win the League Cup as well. Now, you could argue that the League Cup is the least important to Manchester United fans, but to the club Manchester United, getting silverware, to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer getting some silverware with how long he's been at the club and he's not won anything just yet, it's going to be extremely important. And to go out in that 3rd round, to be beaten by West Ham, obviously they had a very dramatic game on Sunday. They should be looking at those opponents and going, well, they are Premier League opponents, so it's not going to be easy. But to have 27 shots and to not be able to score a single goal, I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. And I wouldn't say it's panic stations at all for Manchester United, but it's simply not good enough.
11 changes for Manchester United, Shebahn. Does it highlight the weakness of the squad? We had a lot of positivity around their squad, but West Ham changed almost all of their players and they beat United. Does it show that perhaps we've got too carried away with that strength and depth argument around United?
Absolutely. I don't think the team was strong enough last night at all. And you saw the immediate change in pace with Mason Greenwood coming on, shortly followed by Bruno Fernandes. You saw the star quality make its way onto the pitch. I do think, looking at Donny van de Beek, I think he did a good job last night. I think he deserves more game time under Ole. And I think we did see him try to create chances last night. You saw how many chances there were. For me, the weak link was Anthony Martial all game long. I mean, there was no urgency on the ball. There was no... really off the ball was the distracting bit. He wasn't trying to get there to create chances. And the minute Mason Greenwood come on, you just see that star quality come through, and you see the difference between Ollie's starting 11 to Ollie's B team. And it was frustrating watching him last night. I do think Jadon Sancho, looking at what's trending on Twitter this morning, I think is unfair. I still think we need to be patient with him. Lots of people saying he's the biggest flop in the transfer window so far this summer. I don't agree with that. I think we need to give him more time, and I do think he is showing signs of star quality. Donny van de Beek, as I said, I think he did do a job last night. Anthony Martial wasn't up to scratch at all.
Do you think Martial should leave the club in January then? He's been there 6 years, isn't he? 25 years of age now.
Well, Ed, in these competitions, we can't, like Kyle said there, United are in no position to be choosing which trophies to win. If it's the Champions League or the Premier League, we have to be winning it all, as Manchester City are doing. So, yeah, I think Anthony Martial last night should have, stood up to the plate and really taken his chances and shown us why he deserves to be at Manchester United. and we didn't see that. So yes, possibly looking at the January transfer window, maybe it's time.